Before we begin, if you enjoy videos about psychology, attraction, and self-improvement, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. Now, let's begin. Have you ever wondered why some men stay on a woman's mind long after the conversation ends, while others are forgotten almost immediately? Most people assume it's because they talked more, texted more, or tried harder. But human psychology works very differently. People rarely remember the person who put in the most effort. They remember the person who made them feel something. A single meaningful moment can leave a stronger impression than hours of ordinary conversation. Think about your own life. You've probably forgotten most of the conversations you had last week, yet there are certain words or moments you still remember years later. Those memories stayed with you because they triggered an emotion. The human brain doesn't store every sentence it hears. Instead, it filters information and keeps what feels emotionally important. Whether it's curiosity, surprise, admiration, or even mystery, emotions give memories their lasting power. This is where many men make a common mistake. They believe attraction grows through constant communication. They send message after message, explain everything they mean, and try to keep the conversation alive at all times. While this may seem like the right approach, it often has the opposite effect. When every interaction becomes predictable, the brain stops paying attention. Familiar patterns fade into background, and nothing stands out enough to be remembered. Real attraction isn't created by talking endlessly. It's created by making someone pause and think. Sometimes a short, thoughtful comment has more impact than 100 ordinary messages. That's because meaningful words encourage the mind to keep replaying the interaction long after it's over. Instead of forcing attention, they naturally invite curiosity. Another reason many conversations become forgettable is that they're too safe. Questions like, "How was your day?" or "Hope you're doing well" are polite and respectful, but they rarely create an emotional reaction. They're messages almost everyone receives. Since the brain hears them so often, it treats them as ordinary. Attraction doesn't grow from ordinary moments. It grows from experiences that feel personal and different. That doesn't mean you need clever pickup lines or dramatic statements. In fact, the most memorable conversations are often the simplest. What matters is showing genuine attention. Instead of offering a generic compliment, notice something unique about the other person. People naturally appreciate feeling understood because it's something they rarely experience. When someone realizes you've noticed a small detail others overlook, the conversation becomes more meaningful. One of the strongest ways to create that feeling is through sincere observation. Imagine telling someone, "I notice you become much more confident when you talk about something you're passionate about." That feels completely different from saying, "You're amazing." The first shows genuine attention, while the second could be said to anyone. Specific observations make people feel seen rather than simply praised. However, there's another mistake people often make. After saying something meaningful, they immediately explain it. They remove all curiosity by giving every detail. But the human mind enjoys exploring unanswered questions. When a conversation leaves a little room for thought, the brain naturally returns to it later. That's why silence, when used naturally, can be more powerful than endless explanations. It's not about playing games or pretending to be mysterious. It's about allowing meaningful moments to breathe. Confidence also plays an important role. True confidence isn't speaking louder or trying harder to impress someone. It's expressing yourself honestly without needing immediate validation. People are naturally drawn to those who appear comfortable with themselves. Calm communication often carries more emotional weight than constant attempts to gain approval. Perhaps the biggest lesson is that attraction should never become manipulation. The goal isn't to make someone obsess over you. It's to create genuine moments of connection. Real relationships are built on authenticity, mutual respect, and emotional honesty. Try and control someone's emotions might create temporary attention, but it rarely builds lasting trust. In the end, the people we remember aren't always the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who made us feel understood, appreciated, or inspired in a way that felt real. One thoughtful conversation can leave a deeper impression than weeks of endless texting. Instead of asking yourself how to get more attention, ask how you can create more meaningful interactions. That's where lasting attraction begins. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find it helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.